Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a little something different, but also pertaining to the channel. We are in the dirty garage, so excuse the mess. We've got the missus down there doing her project, and then I'm doing my project on the side here, just enjoying a nice evening here. So we are working on a chainsaw that is leaking gasoline when I tilt it on the side to fill the gas tank up. So what happens is it leaks on the bottom side. I don't really know what's going on, why it's leaking. It's only 2 years old. I also know that I really don't take care of it. I'm pretty sure I'm guilty of leaving gasoline in the tank, maybe here and there. So that might be partially my fault. I am guessing that it's a fuel line that it has deteriorated. I don't use 100% gasoline, which you should, best practice. I just go to the local pump and get whatever 10-15% ethanol gasoline. Anyways, we're gonna tear into this. I have a Husqvarna Rancher 455. We primarily use the chainsaw for firewood, but again, sometimes I do bring it on trips with us. Anyways, let's get right into it and see what's going on with the chainsaw. So I have already taken the bar off. That is a 20-inch bar, as well as the chain here and the top cover. These are all relatively pretty easy to do. So if you don't know how to do that, I probably would not dive any deeper than this. Anyways, here we are. I'm gonna try my best to show you where the leak is. You can see the glistening there. From what I can tell, those two fuel lines with the rubber grommets, well, they're shiny to you right now. It probably looks more like metal washers, but they're not. They're actually rubber grommets that are just wet from fuel and they look shiny. There's two fuel lines. You can see the one on the right there. I believe that's the one that's leaking. But this one is the one that's leaking. And anyways, that goes to this tube here. This one here at the bulb. And when I just tapped on it, look. It's not a clean break. It's a jagged edge here, actually. So this tube basically just disintegrated. So what we have to do is just replace this tube. I'm pretty sure this tube goes in deep into the tank. Like, it doesn't just sit right here. And you can see this residual tubing here, how far it was sitting into the tank. But I believe there's another piece in there, the remaining piece of this tube that is probably just floating around in the tank. Anyways, that's going to be easy to clean out because we can just unscrew this guy here and fish it out. But now that we know this is the culprit, I'm going to try to see if I can replace all that without taking off the carburetor, because the less work we can do, the better. We're just going to get this one free. And this should just slide right out. It just goes under the carburetor, really. Let's see if we can get that in focus. Okay, there you go. As you can see, that is not a clean break. Almost looks like it burnt off. And I believe this is the return line to the fuel tank, because when you push on it, fuel squirts out here and goes under the carburetor and back into the tank. All right, we are back from the local store and we picked up some generic fuel line. All I did was took the old piece and just took it and compared it over there, because I had no clue how big the fuel line, what size, what gauge the fuel line is. But anyways, this is a 3/16 overall diameter and a 3 32 inch internal diameter. And we have 2 feet together and it's about $5. All right, so this is after you have emptied the fuel tank. Hopefully you have something like this, something super long like this in your garage, because we're gonna have to fish out the other end of this fuel line. You will also see the fuel filter in there. I guess you can service that too if you'd like. but that's not what we're doing right now. All right, so this fuel line with the filter, I didn't buy a filter or else I would replace it. Interestingly enough, it is a black rubber hose. It's still nice and pliable. Bam, there it is. I'm gonna take a closer look to see if there's anything else in there. All right, that's a clean cut there. You can tell that's the end that sticks into the tank. That's a clean cut. And you can tell there is not a fitting or anything here. I was looking online. Some chainsaws have a fitting here to prevent you from pulling this up and out of the tank. And I just felt it. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's nasty. So it looks like about an inch of it sticks in. I'm assuming the grommet that sits here that goes into the tank is what holds it. Let's look at the grommet next. All right, so that grommet right there in the corner there, what I'm gonna do is just gonna get that long needle nose plier and just pluck it out. All right, and here is the grommet. I believe the pressure around this grommet is what holds the hose in place. Let's test that out. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty secure. I wouldn't worry about this pulling out as long as you have enough slack between the tank and the primer bulb, you should be all right. Okay, way easier going this way. All right, so as you can see here, I went in from this side, way easier. I'm gonna go ahead and just cap this quick. This is where it should go in its final place, because I don't want any further dirt, anything to contaminate the fuel line, fuel system. And I'm pretty sure even if this line is a bit longer than the old one, it shouldn't cause an issue. Again, the original one sticks out about an inch into the tank. If I'm a little longer than that, I'm not gonna be worried about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right here. We're trying to get this hose back into the tank. All right, we are in the tank. Now, to get the grommet out from underneath here, it's shy. Again, you can see the hose is in the hole already. Just gotta work the grommet to go around it and in there. All right, there we have it. It doesn't exactly snap into place, but you can tell because it's sitting flush against the surface here. Everything looks intact. All right, so I think the big takeaway here is that you can do this yourself. You can replace your fuel lines yourself. You do not need to take it to a small engine repair shop, although it is going to be much more convenient. I probably spent 2 hours doing all this, including filming. The second takeaway is my fault. Empty the fuel tank, the chainsaw fuel tank, in the off season when you're not using it anymore. As a matter of fact, it's probably even better if you empty it every time you use it, because again, the ethanol, the 10 to 15% ethanol that's in the pump stations around the corner, I honestly don't know if we have a pure gasoline pump station around here. So what's most convenient for me and probably most of you is just to go get the 10-15% ethanol gasoline blend around the corner. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully you took a lot from this repair video, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.